Yes, people, welcome to another edition of Sarcasm City TV presents the ManDem United Podcast, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm also joined by my fellow co-host, JV. First and foremost, JV, what you saying? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed. Nice little Thursday ending of the week and all them things there. Yeah, I'm good, fam.
Yeah, no, man, serious. Yeah, man, I hear that. Now, that's good to hear. You good. Salute to everybody who is supporting. Like I said, you lot continue to amaze me in regards to your support, because not only is the support strong, it's continuous as well. You feel me? But also, before we even get into the show, let me introduce this guest. This is someone who's new to the circle. Football terrace familiar. He'd be on that United show. He'd be on Mr. Aaron United show with us. One of the most opinionated, funny. He's coming his thing and he's hard working as well. So please welcome Manny, Mr. Fake Football TV, to the show. Manny, what you telling me?
Yes, bro. Save for that intro, bruv. Had me blushing, bruv, backstage. No, I love for that, man. Yeah, I'm all sweet, man. Thank you for having me, boys, man. Thank you.
Thank you, it's calm, man. Welcome to the show, first and foremost. Muds, I'm going to say this every time we get guests, so you know this. Fake Football TV is Manny's YouTube channel. Please put that in the comments. So put that in the comments. Make sure you go subscribe. It's a new channel. I was on the first episode with a star-studded cast. Yan City was over there. Elite KJ, Danny was on there. Who else was on there? We
had ManDem. We had Mike from Free in Midfield.
There you go.
Indiana. Who else? Bruv, it was just mad, bruv. I just put it out here and everyone jumped on. So, man, love to everyone, man. I love to you for jumping on that, bruv. I was mad nervous. Like, I've been on other people's channel, but then it was my channel and I was like, bro, my heart was pumping, bruv, man. I didn't eat that day, bruv. I didn't eat. So that stream was over, bruv.
Because I seen the message you sent me and you was like, yeah, I'm shitting it. And I didn't manage to get back to you. But it's like, I knew you was going to be okay. You get what I'm saying? Because I've seen you on enough of these platforms, even as guests, to be like, I tell people all the time, yes, you'll be nervous at first. But eventually what happens is you forget the camera's on and then you just go. You know what I'm saying?
That's literally what happened, bruv.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all practice. It's all practice. But salute to everybody who is locked in right now in the comments and everything like that. Please make sure if you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit the like button on the video. It's important you hit the like button, please. Share this across all your socials so we can get this show as big as possible. Yes, sub to Manny. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sarcasm City. Man. There we go. Yeah, leave that on the screen for the time being. So yeah, go subscribe to Fake Football TV. Make sure you subscribe currently to this channel right now, Sarcasm City. We are closing in on monetization, so we're almost there. So
yes.
You lot have been asking about.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, me.
Money. I'm gonna start charging you to come on as a guest, innit? You get me? No, I'm playing. I'm not even there yet.
But yeah, so because a few people, salute to you lot, have been asking about super chat. So we're closing in on the watch hours, innit? Like we're under 1,000. We're under 1,000 hours now. You get me, to hit the
easy. You can get that with 2 shows if you do mad shows anyway, but you can get that in least in like a week or 2, bruv.
Yeah. We're gonna close in on it. You get what I'm saying? We've almost hit the what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? The
threshold
that needs to be done. Yeah, that's it. My mind went blank. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to Manny's channel. Christian Lutaya says, big up guys, salute to you. Omar Mali says, yes, man, how's your week been? Yeah, man, man's good. Georgiev says, big up people, like and subscribe. That is facts. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Jeremiah says, big up, salute to you. Omar Mali complimenting your shape up, fam. He says, nice little beard shape up as well, JV. I don't know why he thinks you're from Brom, though. I don't get that.
Yo, my Brom brother, yeah? Honorary Brom gang, yeah?
Yeah. Honorary Brom gang, yo, innit?
Did the shape up myself as well, still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks fire, fam. It looks fire, yo, innit?
I thought man went barbershop, you know?
Nah, fam.
Looks fire, man. Yeah, yo, fam, I might have to get you to do mine, fam. I'm not gonna lie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm old, bro. Man's old, bro. Man's been doing this for a good 10 plus years now out here.
Oh, come
about 15 years, fam. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I might have to get, I'm not gonna lie, fam. I might have to get you to do mine, innit? You know what I'm saying? Omar Mali says, my guy, Manny. Appreciate it.
You see, Omar, he's funny, bruv. He had me yesterday, bruv. What did he say yesterday? Who was he saying over Messi?
Kimmich.
Kimmich over Messi. I almost lost my mind, you know. But my man was actually trolling me, cuz.
Yeah, man, he's trolling, man. I knew it.
I almost lost my mind, man. But big up Omar, man.
Trolling. Winter Surfer also says, Manny, give Prime the sunglasses back. That's his gimmick.
Nah,
It's like,
I jumped on the first XI yesterday. Well, in the comments, innit?
Yeah.
And I jumped on. I'm like, wait, is that Prime with no glasses? So he's given up. It's me now, cuz he's given up.
It's
Prime
both.
had no glasses yesterday.
It's both, man. You get what I'm saying. JV, I'm still here if you need me to back that beef. LOL says.
Yo, that got back to that Ahmed, yeah. Say nothing,
Yeah,
Ahmed.
yeah. There we go.
Ahmed,
Ahmed,
you call me. You call me if you need me.
Respect, man. Respect, Conrad, man. I appreciate, guys. Please get me to one. I just quick. Can I plug myself? Wait.
Yeah, go on, plug
that,
yourself,
bro.
Plug that, fam.
Yeah, guys, please, man, get me to 150 subs here on YouTube. Me, Flawless, and KJ, we did an interview. Oh, my bad. Oh shit. Oh crap.
It's calm, fam.
We did an interview. We did an interview with Aaron. He sat down and dug into his football career. I tell you, yeah, I had a whole structure for that, yeah, but I was gonna say, okay, 30-40 minutes. We did an hour, 36 minutes, and it was just it was vibes and it was good. So I'm gonna release that in 3 parts, yeah. But I just need to, once I get to 150 subs, I'll release the first part, and then you get second and third a week after.
See, there you go. So
See,
yeah, people have.
If you want that, people subscribe, man.
Yeah, man. So come
No,
on.
I'm telling you, it was jokes. It was jokes, man. It was proper jokes.
Oh my, Mali says Flawless and JV and Manny deserve what's coming. I don't care, my bro. Salute. We appreciate that. Ahmed here says JV and Flawless, my man brothers. Salute you, my mate. My week. Salute. Shout out my done bits and bobs. Yeah. So what? Shout out the ManDem exclusive plug for your bits and bobs. We'll be having a show on Sarcasm City TV. I'm not going to tell you what, but he's involved anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen, Sarcasm City, yeah, come out like BBC now, cuz.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Come out like BBC. That's the plan. You man are setting pace, man. That's good. That's good.
I'm just trying to, you get me, assist people, put people on who may not have the platform. It's like, yo, because we're all strong. To me, we're all stronger together. Yes, even us three on here individually, we're all quality. But together, it's unstoppable. You get what I'm saying? It's Avengers as like Captain America by himself is cold, but you put him with Iron Man and Thor, it's different levels. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah, what I love as well is that you lot using your thing to like, you're allowing other people to use your platform as well. Like yesterday, the whole Music I forgot the name podcast. Of the song. What is it? Is it what's it called again? The song one. The one that you looked at yesterday. Yeah, Music Minded podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, Music
Minded. I tuned into that. Yeah, I was expecting. Obviously, I was like, oh yeah, Flawless JV, and I was like, oh yeah, these men are actually giving their platform back to other people to use. So that's good to see, man. It's good to see. Man. I love that.
Defo. Question there for you actually. Big question there. Georgiev says, Manny, why the name Fake Football TV?
Do you know what? Yeah. So basically, I'm a London-based United fan. And every time someone asks me, yo, what team do you support? And I say United, the first thing they say is, I'm a fake fan, innit? I'm a fake fan, I'm a glory hunter, innit? So obviously when I wanted to do the whole YouTube thing, I went Fake Football TV, I don't know, was the first thing that came to me, and I actually wanted to call myself Fake Football Fan because I think it makes more sense. But unfortunately, Fake Football Fan wasn't available. So call myself Fake Football TV, but I'm your boy Manny, the Fake Football Fan, United supporter, born and raised in London, been to Manchester United twice, been to Old Trafford once, but I still love the club and it's in here. So come at me, bro. Come at me.
That's why I don't pay no mind. Yes, I'm Mank, born and bred as a Manchester United fan, but I don't criticize someone if they're from London or if they're from another country. If you're a Manchester United fan, a man talks to you and I can see it's in your heart like mine, you one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you want a bus.
But down here is different, bro. If you ain't got a Manchester accent, and you're a Manchester United fan, they get onto you.
That's hate, man.
Obviously they hate us, innit? I know everyone knows why, innit? Because obviously we're the most successful British club there. You know what I mean? So they hate on us, like, oh, you're just glory hunting. But nah, man, I love United with my life. Like I tell the story, like I never really got into football until the age of about 6, and the reason why I got into it is because basically, my mum and dad had bought a new house and everything, and I didn't actually know. So all I remember is at school, like my parents were just packing up all my stuff in it. Then one day, once I got back and my parents took me to this brand new house, I thought they were dropping my aunts in it. And my dad goes, yo, this is your room, innit? Obviously he didn't say yo, but it was like, here's your room. Open up the door, and all I saw was Manchester United paper and wallpaper, innit? And curtains. So the people who actually lived there before were Manchester United supporters, innit? And this was my room, innit? So then my dad was like, he would switch it up for me. I was like, nah, leave it. And that's how I fell in love with Manchester United. My dad just literally said, "Yo, this is your room," and it was Manchester United everywhere. So yeah,
There you go.
See,
Fate.
that
It was fate,
was
bro.
fate.
It was
Yes,
meant
that's
to
the
be.
universe.
it was meant to be, bruv. It was meant to
That's the
be.
universe. Facts. That is definitely the universe. 1000%. Cameron Lowe says, "Big up the man. Them salute to you." Bits and Bob says, "Yo, G, I better get a Sarcasm City chain like how Jay-Z gave Kanye in it." As soon as we got change, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You might get a t-shirt. You'll get a t-shirt.
Nah.
It might be that. Go on, JV. Go on.
No joke thing, yeah. If man get this thing popping, bro, I'm chaining man. We're having chaining day. I'm
Okay,
selling it.
all right. That's a
Man was
chaining
speaking about
day.
it. Well, man speaking about it the other day, bro.
You
Man was
did
speaking about
say
chaining
this.
day the other day.
Literally, you
Oh,
was.
if
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
chain,
It's
you're
meant to
getting a
be
ring.
then, bro. It's meant to
You're
be.
getting a ring. Check that. You might get a ring or and catch a ring or and trust me.
Yes. We're gonna do
Watch
something
this
like
space.
that, definitely. Because
Watch this
definitely we'll do something. Yeah. We'll definitely do something like that. Comrade says, "Flawless, will you ever get expressions on your channel? If that opportunity ever rises, of course, I'm a fan. Like, I want to get this. Don't get this mistaken. Just because you see me in the circles now, I was the fan first of all the people you see me with, and I still
All
I
of
am,
these
and
Bruv,
still
I
am
was
now.
a fan
So
of you, man. I was a fan
I
of you,
appreciate
man.
that. Look,
Aaron,
thank you.
Saeed, all of you, man. But I was like, listen, this is like, oh man, you don't. That's why I always thank you, man. And I'm like, thanks for the opportunity because
Nice.
like when I wanted to do this YouTube thing, I didn't have the confidence. I wanted to do it 5 years ago, but man didn't have the confidence in it. I saw you, man, and I thought, you know what, yeah, just be yourself in it. Because I was like, man can't be a personality in that. I just wanna do me. I saw you, man, do you, and I thought, you know what, let me do my thing. And I've met so many like true and kind-hearted people in it. Obviously, ManDem, you don't use the word kind in it, so I don't know, but like. Real people, innit? Real ones, innit?
Real ones, hospitable. That's what it is. That's
that's it.
People who are very hospitable and they are. You get what I'm saying? So it's
good
kind of
heart,
like that.
clean heart.
Yeah,
clean
good heart, clean heart. But you know what is it? Obviously, like ManDem, innit? I'm hard body, innit? No emotion, so don't want to use the word like kind and all that. You get me?
Yeah, man.
Bit
Use
soft.
them words, rude boy. Nah, use them words, rude boy.
Yeah.
Kind. Get me? Use them words. Beautiful. You know all them words there. Use them all them words.
It's facts, but yeah, so there, that back to the point, like Manny was saying there. So you're Mr. Aaron United, you're Saeed's, you're Adam Matches. I'm fans of all these people. Yes, I'm cool with them now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still fans like use R in the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, if the chance ever happened where I got expressions on, definitely I would get him on one time. You know what? You lot can make it happen. You lot have the power. If you lot turn around and keep saying, be in expressions acts and be in his comments on his streams and be like, yo, go to the ManDem United podcast, go hit up Flawless, go hit up JV, go hit up Manny. It will happen because look, Conrad says this, so we're going to get into this. He says, can't wait for you and Rance's show, Flawless. So me and Rance do, the word is out, even though it's not out publicly. Rance has said it on live stream. I've said it. So salute to you, man. Salute to you, man. We got that show is coming at 7 p.m. So it's today, 7 p.m. on Rance's channel. It's a Rance and Flawless show.
I am locked in, bro.
Yo, appreciate it. And yo, you lot made that happen. You lot got on Rance's case and was like, you need to get Flawless on. So if you lot want expressions on this channel, you have the power. You get what I'm saying?
You the people. Get in the comments. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna go and express things and be like, yo, Flawless is waiting, guys. Flawless is waiting.
Yeah. That will happen. Then it will hit. Then that's how it happens, and that you get what I'm saying. So yeah, man. Salute to everybody. And before we even get into the show and everything like that, because you lot with the comments, make sure. Yeah, exactly. Ahmed. He expressions was on United Central, and he said, I remember on Ty's channel when X said you can't all be called Flawless because it was me, JV, was at Pack Radio and throwing it. He's hilarious and that. He's hilarious and that. So
man, just come on and shelled us down one time. You
shelled it because we did Spurs and that. It's because we did Spurs. But before we get into the show anyway, even though we're 13 minutes in, hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the like button, share this across all your socials, and subscribe to the YouTube. Also, underneath this YouTube video, all the links, the social links, so my links, JV's links, Manny links will be underneath here. Also, the Sarcasm City TV, SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. All the audio platforms are underneath too, but hit that like button. But all right, where do we get? Oh, yeah, we'll do a Q&A for like the last 20 minutes, so get your questions in shortly, people. But we'll start with, obviously, the title, Easy 3 points versus West Gun for Manchester United. We called them West Gun. Well, JV did, because he's saying they're already relegated. So, all right, we'll start with you, Manny. How do you see, number one, Manchester United setting up? And do you see us struggling, or are you expecting a routine? I can't even say routine because home wins ain't been routine, but our first home win. Is that what you're expecting?
I'm expecting, 100%. You know, it's like JV said, innit? West gone. They've been relegated. I think after the second game, it was literally them and Fulham for relegation. Like, there's no doubts about it. If both of them were to stay up here, listen, actually, let me not even bet with someone, anyways. But yeah, no, man. you see, but you see, United, yeah. There's this thing inside my heart which says, yeah, easy 3 points, but it's that but that I'm worried about, innit? It's that but, because United, you never know who's going to turn up on the day. You never know, innit? And the thing about West Brom is, as much as it shouldn't give us a problem, is they come at you, and they do have phase of play where they play okay football, but obviously it's West Brom. Defensively, they're not that great anyway, so we can get at them. The opportunity is there, do you know what I mean? But it's just that you never know what team is going to turn up. However, I think this would be the group would probably look at this as the perfect opportunity to climb up the table. So I'm expecting 3 points, and if we don't, yeah, I'm already Oli out anyway, so there's nothing really much more to be. But in terms of lineup, I think in midfield, Fred and McTominay, they'll definitely start. I think that's how it's just going to be going forward. I'll be surprised to see if Pogba starts, unless Pogba starts in the number 10 and he drops Bruno, or he plays a 3 in midfield. But up top, I'm hearing Martial's injured. I'm not too sure, because I saw him on the bench yesterday, but I'm hearing he's a bit injured. That's what I heard. And then I saw him on the bench yesterday, so I don't know. But I'm expecting Martial up top, Rashford on the left, on the right, probably Mata, Bruno through the middle, McTominay and Fred in midfield, Brandon Williams at left back, Lindelof and Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and the goalkeeper picks himself. So our usual lineup, that's what I'm expecting, with the odd change, because Luke Shaw and Tellez are both out. So Brandon coming in, and I think Mata will probably come in on the right. And with everything that's been going on with Greenwood, I see Oli taking him out of the limelight for a moment or two.
Nah, I hear that. Like I said, I didn't know about, obviously Tellez and Shaw both injured. I didn't know. Well, someone's saying here that Martial might be fit, but obviously we'll soon find out. JV, same to you. Like, how are you looking at it in terms of what you expecting in terms of lineup? And you expecting, like I said, I wish I could say, you get me, routine home win, but we don't do well at home. So are you looking at the first win, I should say?
No, there is, bro. I remember a few years back, yeah, when they had like Berahino, when he was like the next big thing, and that Zoltan Guerra, and they came and they done us, and Berahino scored a bad boy goal. I actually wanted us to buy him after that. I thought, nah, this kid's cold. He scored a bad boy goal. I know Rio was like 36 or 39 or whatever, something like that. Rio was old as hell. Yeah. But still, this kid put on a show. But my thing is, they ain't got no one like that tomorrow. I don't think. Maybe that Callum Robinson, I think, actually, he did that against Chelsea, actually. Yeah, he could pose a similar problem if the defence aren't up to speed. Because you have to remember, even though I'm saying West Brom, they did score 3 against Chelsea, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them, like Manny said, there have the little phases.
Yeah, that's Chelsea, though. Come on. We know Chelsea were having their issues and that. You know what I'm saying? It's Chelsea and that.
But you know,
pray for our rivals, sure.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But now, you know, like, obviously we've got our own little problems and that, you know what I'm saying, defensive wise. So for me, tomorrow's game all depends on who we play, who starts. I would not like to see Fred and McTominay start, just because I think you're giving West Brom too much respect. Although I don't think Oli can then tactically give the team enough balance to play without both of them. I don't think he can do that yet, you know, or I think he may still be working on that yet. Yeah, because I think the more and more I watch him, I think he has got some sort of ideas, but he doesn't know how to implement them and he gets scared. You know what I'm saying? I think he does have ideas. I genuinely do think he has ideas, but what's an idea without it being executed? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them.
Fully get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of us, lineup-wise, I do also like how he's took Greenwood out the limelight, because I think he's learnt from his Jesse Lingard mistake. I think Lingard needed taking out the limelight.
That's a good spot. I like that. That's right.
Yeah, I think he's learnt from that. And you know what? This is why he's not winning me over, but I understand him more. I never understood anything he did before. I'm starting to understand little things, 1 or 2 things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn around and say, oh, you know, he's the man right now. But I think he's trying. He's trying. So I give him a little leeway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to the lineup thing. I think for me, if Martial's out, and obviously if Greenwood's thingy, what's the formation then? Because if I've not got Martial and Greenwood, if I was him, I'd go for a 3-5-2. And it might sound a bit defensive, but I'd go for a 3-5-2 and just tell the wing backs, yo, just bomb. Because I'm saying this for one reason. I just don't want to see Dan James play. I know he scored against.
You see his banger though. You see his rocket.
Oh, that means he's playing. I just heard. All I heard is you see his rocket. I didn't see it. That means he's playing then.
Oh nah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If he did that in a United shirt, man will be going crazy, bro. He smashed it from about 25.
I haven't seen it at all.
Bro, Manny,
it's a banger.
It's like 25, 30 yards, fam.
And he put it top. Dan
James.
Dan James.
Wait, but where was he playing off? The left.
I don't know. Someone in the comments let us know.
It looked where the goal was from. The goal was kind of central, but I'm sure he was kind of coming from the right a bit. Oh, well, that might have just been the phase of play. I've not watched the match in it, so
that's it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Let's not act like we out here watching Wales and that. So yeah,
man, ain't watching Wales.
So someone who's Welsh actually, I'm looking for I'll put this out on the show. Anyone who's Northern Irish or Welsh, any fan of any football team, if you are, I'm looking for a Welsh person and a Northern Irish person for a show.
We want the accent, no. You want the accent?
Yes, man. You have to have the accent and that. You have to have the Welsh accent and the Northern Irish accent in it. There's another show coming up. So yeah,
we got things planned.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something because before I lose it my mind because
go on, Manny.
JV says something about Ollie in it. Like you can see what Ollie's like trying to do or the type of person he is. And this is why I said, if Ollie upgrades his coaching staff, I actually don't have a problem with him remaining at Manchester United. But it's because him alone, we know he can't do the tactics things. He can't do it. But then when you look at his backroom stuff, it's just like there's just nothing there. There's nothing about you. There's nothing that oozes confidence or do you know what I mean? So if we didn't get, let me not say his name on the show innit? Let me just keep that to myself. If we didn't get Poch, I have to say his name. Sorry, man. He's
magic, you know. Mauricio
Pochettino. Nah, man, we want Allegri.
If we Allegri, actually, we'll come to that, innit?
We won't get to that.
If we didn't get Poch for one reason or another, because obviously Ed Woodward's just taking a pee at the moment. Ollie has to upgrade his coaching stuff, and if he did that and he brought in some decent coaches, I would happily sit back and just be like, "Oh, right, I can't be Ollie out no more. Let me see something." As long as I see a change, do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just wanted to say that my Ollie out isn't because I don't like the guy. It's because of what's happening in the pitch and around him as well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I hear that. You just don't rate him, which is fine. Like, I understand that. I get it, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I get it. You just don't rate him. Like, I understand.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that
obviously,
either.
when I said not rating him, it's just like football, not to as a coach. What he's doing as a coach, that's what I don't like. As a manager, I rate him. As a coach, I don't.
Fair enough.
Jeez,
some of the comments here. Yeah, man, I had to get the banner on. I forgot to add it on at the start, but it's calm. Anthony Martial and Victor Lindelof both back, and Maguire bruised foot to be assessed for West Brom game. Martial missed France's game against Sweden with a back problem, which flared against Portugal. He is due to be assessed by MUFC to determine his availability for the West Brom game. Here's my thinking on the West Brom game. Even though there's injuries and we're unsure, like JV said, I like the back three. I just think that's with the squad we have. I think it's the best suited for the players we have in terms of overall squad. Like if you're looking for two players for each position, you could argue we have 4 to 5 centre backs. So that's almost, you have 5 centre backs. So that's almost, you get me, 2 for each position. We have 4 wing backs we can play. And then with the midfield, you can mix it up. If you wanted to play 2 6s, you could. If you wanted to play a 6 and 2 8s, or
the thing is, you're playing 3 at the back, you don't need 2 6s.
This is what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is it gives us options just in case. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I want to see that, but I'm saying, say there was injuries or whatever, or you wanted to rest people, you could play 2 6s if you wanted to. If you wanted to go ultra defensive, like I have no problem with that. Say like we did it away to PSG and it worked. What I'm saying is it gives our midfield seems to be, and attack is our strength in depth. So it's like we have 4 quality strikers. So why not put 2 of them on the pitch at the same time? You get what I'm saying? Like I just like the 3-5-2, and people say it's defensive. Any formation is defensive if you approach it defensively. It's all about how you approach it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, if you actually play with a back three and say you play with 1-6, everyone else on the pitch can technically be classed as an attacking player.
Yeah.
Technically, they could be classed as an attacking player. You got your 2 wing backs. You can get 2 strikers on the pitch. You could literally get 2 strikers, 2 10s, and 2 wing backs. That's offensive. That's very offensive.
Here's the thing. Like, imagine if we go into this game. Like, you know what? I don't know. Even if he plays a 4-4-2, which I doubt it will. But imagine we could have Rashford playing off a Cavani. You know what I mean? I think that would work. Do you know what I'm saying?
I fully agree with that.
I think, all right then, you know what it is? He's played both international matches. He got sent off in the last one, unluckily as well. It was a bit of one of them challenges, but it's a striker's challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's a striker's challenge. You kind of give him a leeway in it when strikers do that. Talk about Cavani in it. But so if he's played them last 2 matches for his international for Uruguay, for me, throw him in against West Brom. Like, obviously, if he 85% Cavani should still be able to do something against West Brom. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like,
definitely. So, I want to see him. This is the game for him.
Yeah,
to me, like,
you've
played a few games. You played for Uruguay in one of these international in one of these international games. So it's like, all right, let's play you, even if it's just 60 minutes, 70 minutes. He played twice, so there we go. He scored in one. If I'm mistaken.
Twice and he scored. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, because it's West Brom, this is the time to be blooding people. Like, if people ain't up to speed, play them now, because our fixture list, I think, after the Istanbul game, is crazy. Like, I looked at our fixture list. It's nuts. Yeah, go on, JV.
You know what it is with the West Brom as well? Like, I'm not really too clued up on who their centre-backs are at the moment. I'm not gonna sit there and you know what I'm saying? But
I know one of their centre-backs is cold. I like him anyway. We've actually got the same name, Ajayi. He plays a Nigerian footballer.
My man.
But he's decent, you know. He's decent. Right, he's a decent young centre back. Yeah,
he's all right. But my point I was getting at is, you see, when them man see a Cavani starting, it's like, oh, do you get what I'm saying? It's long. It makes your day long. But you know what it is? Don't get me wrong. We do have those type of players, but you see, when you have someone like a Cavani, then man, they'll probably be like, oh, I got my man on FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. Like, oh, my man.
No, that's my boy, innit? So obviously, I'm just saying.
Shout out Kwame.
Kwame says early goal will be key, and like, I agree with that in terms of, yes, it will be key. And just back to a point, because Ahmed mentioned about Ollie's coaching staff. I do believe, like I said, Ollie, the players, like, in terms of motivating, he's fine. Where he falls down is tactically. Like, if he had someone who was tactically astute next to him, he'd be so much better. If he had a prime Carlos Queiroz, for instance, or Ancelotti, even though Ancelotti wouldn't be his number 2, he'd be so much better, because there is just no nous and know-how on the bench. That's a problem. There needs to be a mix. There's a reason you have a coaching staff, because one manager is not going to be good at everything. So what you're good at is fine, but then what you're not good at, your coaching staff need to make up for that. And that's the whole point of making a team. This is why your coaching staff is 10 deep, or however many coaches you have. You feel what I'm saying? Is because together you're supposed to cover all bases. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have a coach who's tactically fine, a manager who's tactically, but just doesn't understand players. It can be that issue. Like, I noticed this with Mourinho. It's like he had Rui Ferreira everywhere he went. Then as soon as Rui Ferreira went, defensively, Mourinho dropped down his teams. And I'm like, so you was key to that. Yes, Mourinho obviously played a massive part in that, but having him as your right-hand man, there's a reason the number 2 is such an important role. It's a vital, and I think people overlook that because they might not get their flowers or the glitz and glamour. But it's like, if you ask coaches, ask players who've played at successful teams, they always mention coaches stuff. Look at Rene Mullenstein. How often does Rene Mullenstein get mentioned? All the time by all the Manchester United players he played under, that he was a phenomenal coach. You know what I'm saying? And whether Carlos Queiroz, Brian Kidd, Steve McLaren, etc., like, the number 2s in your coaching staff are vitally important, because players can get sick and tired of hearing you week in, week out saying the same thing.
Do you know what it is?
A year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Go on, JV.
Just look at City with Pep and Arteta. As soon as Arteta went, everything changed for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything changed. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's not a coincidence. And it's also not a coincidence that he had Pep's number for the first few times and he played him after. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not a coincidence. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, literally, your number 2, it needs to be tactically adept at things. And this is where I do feel sorry for him in ways. I'm not going to sit here and, the blame's all on him. Nah, he's literally got the worst board possible. He's probably got the worst coaching staff possible. You know what I'm saying? He's got the worst PR team possible. Do you know what I mean? Like everything around him, like, because really and truly, the PR should be protecting him. You know what I'm saying? The public relations should be protecting him. The board should be protecting him. The board are leaving him up to dry. You know what I mean? He's done well with the players. People always have to, as much as you don't like this guy, as much as I don't like this guy, as much as anyone don't like this guy, we have to sit there and say, yo, look at the players he's got rid of.
Yeah, but
look at the man who got out the team.
I've said this for the longest, even though I'm not a fan of him, I've been Ollie out for the longest. Like I literally seen a tweet pop up from last year and Pochettino had been sacked. And I tweeted out and I said, yo, Pochettino's been sacked. Manchester United, your time. And I tweeted that on this day last year. You get what I'm saying? The 19th of November last year. But yes, he has been hung out to dry. But one thing I do like about Ollie is the fact of I love the squad that he now has. I look at our team and I'm like, this squad is not that far away. And that's what frustrates me so much about him is because you're working with a better squad and getting worse results. And that shouldn't work. You have better tools at your disposal. So if you have better tools at your disposal, how are you getting worse results? This makes no sense. If the squad was getting worse and your results were getting worse, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. The squad's even though he wasn't fully backed in the transfer window, United's squad is now better. We've signed Tellez, obviously we've not seen him a lot. We've signed Donny, we've signed Cavani. Our squad is now better. Look at our bench. Everyone, I say this all the time. People have short-term memory. Look at our bench. Everyone was complaining last year about how our bench is so bad. United's bench is so bad. This is why you can't make changes. There's no depth. Look at the depth now. Look at the depth now. How many times have we brought a Paul Pogba off the bench, or a Rashford off the bench, or Cavani off the bench, or Martial, etc.?
Pogba is arguably our best player at the club, and I think he started 2-3 games for us this season. Do you know what I mean? So I have no problem with quality and depth, but it's just when it's putting all together. And like JV was saying there, like you can't. I'm not putting all the blame on Oli. I know there's other things in it, but then if Oli knew about himself and knew that he's not in this job and just doing I'm happy to be here FC, he would go to the board and say, yo, I need to improve my coaching staff, this and that, blah blah blah. Let me improve my. But if he's coming out doing I'm happy to be here, I'm happy with what I have, then clearly you're not the right guy. Because if us as fans, other fans as well, everyone else around the whole world except Manchester United fans, well, most of us are Ollie out. Everyone else is like Ollie in, Ollie in, Ollie in, Ollie in. Like that says it all, because everyone can see that it's you're not good enough for the job. As much as you might be a legend and stuff, you're not good enough. You're not showing that you're good enough. And I don't even think he sees that himself. I think he's just happy to be here. And that's where it is. And he's just waiting for them to pull the plug on him. And then he'll be like, yo, I manage Manchester United.
Yeah, and that's the thing is people are getting mistaken in the comments. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying is he to blame? Yes. I'm saying is he solely to blame? No, because not only is he not good enough at his job and not doing well at his job, everybody around him is doing the same thing. The players, Ollie, the coaching staff, Ed Woodward and the board, the owners. It's a collective effort. I say this all the time. Is Ollie the only problem? No. Is he a problem though? Yes. I don't understand why people can't see the difference between the two. Not everything is on Ollie. Not everything. Is he good enough? No. Should he be sacked? Yes. I've been Ollie out longer than most of you lot. And I've been on these platforms talking about this. You get what I'm saying? Like I've been Ollie. As JV, I've been Ollie out a long time. What I'm saying is that I can balance it out and see it's not just him. The players haven't helped at all in some of them performances. 1000%. It's on some of the players. It's also on Ed Woodward and the board for not backing him fully this summer. Let me get that. That's the key word. They didn't back him fully this summer. Yes, he was backed, but not fully this summer because we didn't go out and get everything that was needed. Everyone knows Manchester United needed a centre-back in the summer. Everyone knows we needed a holding midfielder in the summer. Everyone knows we needed a right winger in the summer. But that is all. Some of that blame does fall on Ollie, but they haven't given him all the best tools. You get what I'm saying? But yes,
the thing is, I'll blame Ollie for the centre-back and the CDM because he came out and said, I don't need it. Well, it was leaked that he said he doesn't need a centre-back. He believes in Mengi and Twensibi, which I get. You want to believe in your young stars, but
you know what? The thing is, I don't mind that. Sorry to cut you off, Manny,
because, go on.
Yeah, because I said that. Sorry, I'm just cutting you off because I said if Axel comes in and does what we expect him to do, needing a centre-back might not be an issue. It might just be the holding midfielder and the right winger. We know he wanted Jadon Sancho. We know that for a fact. So the fact that they didn't go out and get that deal done, that's on them. That's nothing to do with Ollie. That's nothing to do with the players. You know what I mean? I'm with smoke for everyone I'm with criticizing whoever deserves criticism. You know what I'm saying? Be held accountable. That's not on Ollie. That's on the board, because we all know that we wanted Jadon Sancho. And would he help Manchester United's team? Yes, 1000%. Like United, I believe. I'm not saying he would come in. Maybe we still get beat 6-1 by Spurs, but what he does, he gives us a bounce. He gives everybody a lift. He lets the players raise their game, like Bruno did. The same way Bruno came in and gave the whole place a lift. You get me? It was a morgue before Bruno came in. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? It was a morgue before he came in, and he came in and revived the thing with the defibrillator. Is it defibrillator? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
People forget, but you gotta understand when Bruno came in, there was no Pogba. Pogba was injured, if I believe. Martial was injured. Rashford was injured. And we were seeing Pereira week in, week out in the 10. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's wild. It's wild, isn't it? And like I said in it, I'm just not. Yes, Ollie is to blame, but I'm saying he's not solely to blame in it. But some of you lot just don't give him. Even when we win 5-0, don't give him credit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about giving people credit on a game
like
by
you
game
say,
basis.
innit? Give man his flowers, innit?
Yeah,
That's it. When he was well.
Certain aspects he's done well, man. Don't get me wrong. Certain aspects he's done well, and certain he's done terrible. That's what that's why the Ollie outers are so mad, because he's done. He can do things. He can put in PSG performances and Leipzig performances and like beating City how many times last season. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. Like if you really look at his big game record when he leaves us, it's actually quite impeccable. Check that one out. His big game record for us is pretty much untouched. Like if he on a level, this is what Ollie, I don't think a lot of fans get why I'm so angry. If he actually put in a decent decent performances in those these little games that we seem to lose, we would have probably finished last season a lot closer to second. Check that one out. Because a lot of the games we lost are games we shouldn't have lost. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. You can't beat City home and away 3 times in a season and then lose to little teams who you should be spanking. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
And again, that adds into why fans are so frustrated and why, if you're Ollie out, why we're so frustrated. Because see them type of performances, and then we're like, okay, so if you can do this, how come it's so inconsistent? Which lets you know it's not an ability thing. If it was just a plain lack of ability, we'd all be like, okay, we just need to improve the squad. But we know the ability is there. You don't go away to PSG and do that. You don't beat Leipzig in the manner in which you do that, but then lose at home to Crystal Palace in the manner in which you did. Like you mentioned the City results. You know what I'm saying? But then we'll go and lose to a smaller team and that. You know what I'm saying? We'll beat Spurs and City back to back, but then draw at Everton and lose away to Watford. Like that type of thing is what gets you frustrating, because you know the ability is there. Star Wars Galaxy here makes an interesting point. I want to touch on this because he says, I don't really blame the players. They are good players. I blame the system and the tactics. Under Poch, we will play better football. Yes, they are good players. I agree with that. I blame the system and the tactics to an extent. But where I don't blame the systems and the tactics is, say, for instance, the Spurs game. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing to do. Following your man is nothing to do with tactics and system and manager. If you're a defender, mark your man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm marking from a corner and I'm marking Manny and Manny scores, that's nothing to do with tactics, system, the players. That's on me. And that's the type of thing I have issues with. It's kind of like not tracking players. That's nothing to do. Making basic errors. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the issues lie to an extent. But again, it's full circle. You know what I'm saying? Because some of that's on the manager too. But yeah, on the Poch, definitely will play better football. That's why I'm Poching. I'm fully on the Poch train. I've been saying this for over a year. I've been Poch in nearly as long as I've been Ollie out. As soon as Poch got sacked, I was Poch in. I said this. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is. There's just something. It's just a lack of. All right then. So for me, it's just a lack of. Not even trophies, but challenging for trophies. Like you telling me the whole time he was there, he didn't say, you know what, let me just go get a League Cup. It's like, where was his head at Tottenham? That's one thing I always thought about him. Fair enough.
I get what you're saying.
When you're at Southampton,
let me get to this. Wait, let me just get to this. One sec. Where are we at? Not even that. Uncle Flawless, big up JV and Manny. Yeah, man. Salute to you, the ugly grandma guy. There was a comment from Ahmed I wanted to get to. One sec. He says, here we go. Just this in it for people who don't understand. Flawless, I remember him coming out recently and saying he's been backed and has no issues with the squad. LOL, the guy pulls his own pants down. To an extent, Yes, because I'm the one who said, if you're given a job and the people who give you the job are not giving you the best tools to succeed, you should resign because these people are setting you up for failure. But what I understand is, what would that do to the morale of the squad if Ollie came out and said, right, my squad's not good enough. I need a centre back. You get me? I need a striker. I need a right winger. What's that going to do to, like, you have to understand that's morale. Like, if Mourinho's done that in the past and we criticized him, so I understand why he's doing that. Publicly, you can't, you never air dirty laundry. Publicly, obviously, you're going to come out and say, I'm happy with my squad. What would that do to Martial if he's like, I need a new striker? These strikers are terrible. Or Rashford is a win. I need a new ringer. Rashford is terrible. Man's morale go dip.
Yeah, I get that. But you see where
I'm hoping. Sorry, Manny. Just one last thing. I'm just hoping behind closed doors, he's fighting the fight. That's what I'm saying, and he's telling him. But publicly, you've got to come out and say that.
I think you know what. Honestly, as much as I don't like the guy, I honestly think he has said a few things to the board. I honestly think he has, and I think that's why when as soon as they didn't get Sancho, we had that big panic and scramble, and we managed to get Cavani and the Tellers. I think he probably did go down and be like, "What's this about?" You know what I mean? Like because we ended up getting what Tellers, Pelestri, that Traore guy in January, and Cavani as soon as we didn't get my man. So I think he did, you know, and I think he isn't helped. It's not even. I think I know he's not helped. He's not helped as much as these bad decisions. Like I seen someone saying, "Oh, he chose them," and the coaches. Yeah, he did, because you know why? Because they probably went on like they had more than that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what it is. As much as you know, I think has not helped him in the beginning. His whole nice guy thing, and I think he's coming away from that now. Though you know, he is coming away from the nice guy thing a bit. He has been a bit ruthless, a bit. Like as much as I don't agree with it, that pulling Tuanzebe off, that was ruthless. Do you get what I'm saying? When he did that, the old Ollie would have just left him on. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I get what you're saying. He's a bit more proactive than we expected. But go on, Manny. I cut you off. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, like you know, that comment before about Ollie coming out and saying he's been backed, and obviously you were saying like you get that because of morale. He should say all of that. But I think there's a way you do it, because the way Ollie comes out, he just comes out as if I'm happy to be here, FC. There's nothing that these guys can do upstairs that isn't wrong to me. Do you know what I mean? Even if he comes out and says, listen, we wanted players, there are certain players we're looking at, but we couldn't get over the line. We work with what we have. That doesn't bring down morale. But when you're saying, oh no, I'm happy with my squad, we have the best group of young players here, the best group of this and that, the board works well with me, the recruitment team, because these are all things he's come out and said, yeah? It makes people like us, the fans, think like, yo, is this guy not seeing what we're seeing? Obviously, with Mourinho, we could see it and we understood, but Mourinho took it to a different level. But I think you need to find a balance. But when you're doing,
go on,
but that's the thing. I don't think he has a balance, because he just comes out and he just obviously recently, maybe in the last 2-3 games, he's done 60 minutes substitutions at the 60th minute, or you see he's post-match reaction, and I think he lost it against, what team did he lose it against? Who did we lose it against? I can't even remember. No, he didn't actually lose it. Yeah, it was Everton. Even though we won, he wasn't happy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the kind of like reaction.
Yeah. Huh? I said, I thought when you said there, sorry to cut you off, because when you said he lost it when we won, I thought you was going to say he lost it when we lost. You hear me? Ollie lost it after the game, but go on, continue.
That's normal. But even the things he was saying after the Everton game, I'm like, okay, this guy, the pressure is getting to him, innit? The pressure is getting to him. And I'm happy he is getting to him and he's saying these things, but I think it's a little too late. Some of the things that he's saying now, he's doing now, he should have done it 50 games ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He should have. But I think two things we're looking at in terms of, I think people love to overanalyze these things, because what managers say and don't say, I rarely pay attention to, because I'm like, I understand you have ulterior motives, and you have to have ulterior motives. So I understand that. That's why when people get up in arms, when people have said when managers have said certain things, whether they agree or disagree with it, this is why I don't pay no mind, because you know what it's all about? It's all about results on the pitch. Nobody cares what Klopp says. You know why nobody's mentioning what Klopp says in interviews? Because Liverpool are winning. It doesn't matter. You get me? It don't matter in that. You get what I'm saying? Klopp could say the most wildest shit. You get me? In his interviews.
Yeah, but he keeps it real though.
Klopp could say, yo, But the thing is, even though he keeps it real, it's not being mentioned. It's not headlines, because Liverpool are winning. When Pep was winning. Pep said some wild stuff in the past. When Pep was winning, nobody cares. Fergie said the most outlandish stuff. Fergie refused to talk to the BBC for the majority of our lives. It was like 10, 15 years or something like that. Nobody cared because he was winning. Imagine Ollie refused to talk to Sky. Imagine the headline if Ollie refused to talk to Sky because they believe he was being unfair. When you're winning, nobody cares about these things. And this is my biggest problem. I'm going to get this rant off my chest, is that people overanalyze shit when the team is not winning. What Ollie says in interview does say in interviews, rarely, I can't say any, but rarely has any effect on the team. Rarely any effect. I don't think the players care about all that because, like I said, them man have to be politicians in it. And someone's always going to be upset. Ollie's never going to do an interview and people are upset. If he comes out and says, I need more players, people are going to be upset at that because it's affecting morale. If Ollie turns around and says, I'm very happy with my squad, people are going to be upset. You cannot win. You cannot win. That's why I'm like, I personally don't pay it no mind. Secondly, if I was in that position, I'd do the same shit. Because I'm like, you lot ain't going to be happy anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know when you just know someone who's just miserable and they're just going to be unhappy regardless. That's what Manchester United, that's what some Manchester United fans are like. It doesn't matter what this guy says. We can win. I've seen it happen. We've won 5-0 and Manchester United fans are complaining. On the day, how do you win 5-0, win 2-1 away to PSG? I'm putting a great performance and Manchester United fans are complaining on here and on my timeline. You lot will never be happy. I want Ollie out, but I'm still going to celebrate the good. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me. Had to get out of my chest, bro.
No, it's real talk. That's what I'm saying. That's why you see, like, to bring it full circle, that's why when it comes to this game, we're all a bit like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, everything you've just spoke about then is the reasons why when it comes to this game, we're like, we could batter them. We could 6-0 them, bro. Or they could get like an ugly 1-0 with like a goal in like the 83rd minute after he's used all his subs or something and he's took someone off who shouldn't have come off and you're like, oh, what's good? Do you get what I mean? They could literally, or it could be something like a corner comes in and someone just gets a header and it's like, why was no one marking? Do you know what I'm saying? There's many scenarios which could happen tomorrow, and you wouldn't say that if West Brom were playing probably any other big team. It would be one of them like, oh yeah, it's probably going to be that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So,
just two things before we close out the show. Big up my big bro AV8. He says large up JV, large up
every time.
Manny.
Yo,
big
respect,
up my
man.
big bro
Love,
and every time. That's big bro. Oh my Mali. Someone said this earlier. Yes, head over to United Central Mods before we go. Put United Central in the comments. I'm heading over there. So obviously I'll be on United Central with Saeed, Statman Bain 6 till 7, and then 7 till 8 immediately after. I'll be on Ransom Bance's channel in it. So we stay working. Like I said, I tweeted it yesterday, yo. We're not trying, we doing, and we're going to keep this show on the road. You get what I'm saying? Like, we creating so much more content.
See you fans, yeah. Everyone who's, I don't like to call you fans. I think it's a bit rude. Supporters.
Supporters. Yeah, supporters. Call them supporters.
See you supporters. Yeah. See this guy right here. Yeah.
Bro.
Remember where you seen him first, you know. Yeah. This guy works too hard, bro. I've got 2 jobs and this guy works harder than me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's everywhere. I tell you, he's got clones, bro. He's a clone.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying?
To you, man,
I already said this, Manny. I said if I didn't know this guy from college, yeah, I'd think this guy had a twin. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't know this guy from college, I would think he has a twin. He must have a twin and he's got hella energy drinks in his fridge. You know what I'm saying?
I need to
go, bruv. Working mad hard, bruv. Sick.
You gotta get to it. So, love for that. So, both of you, I appreciate that a lot. Quickly before we go, score predictions. Manny, will go with you. Score prediction for United West Brom on Saturday.
I'm expecting another like 4-5-0 to be honest.
Okay, all right. You confident, JV?
I think if Cavani starts, it's 3-0.
3-0.
It'll be too sharp. I think too sharp.
I am gonna go with. I think the players will be. I'm gonna go with 3-0. I reckon so. Actually, 4-0. I'm saying 4-0. You know what I'm saying? I know all our players didn't. Yeah, all our players didn't. Normally, when our players get a break, they come back fresh. So yeah, we're all picking Manchester United wins here.
And you know what?
Go on, family.
I want to see that Palestra kid on the bench. I just want to see something. This is the type of game, isn't it? West Brom. I know we got League Cup and all that coming up, but I'm sure we got Everton in the League Cup, so it's not really.
Well, we got Istanbul again, but obviously that's a much more important game than that. What it is. But
get me because we got Istanbul, but so the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sound effects. You know?
Facts, yo. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure, like I said, you go subscribe to Manny's channel, Fake Football. Fake Football TV. And underneath the YouTube video as well, I will add all the links so you'll be able to find Manny's channel, find his Twitter and his Instagram, JV's Twitter and Instagram, my Twitter and Instagram, also the Sarcasm City, SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. All the audio platforms are underneath as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on Sarcasm City, please, because you lot actually be listening. I say this all the time, and we really appreciate it because you lot support heavy, like really do support heavy. And we will be back next Tuesday, 5 p.m. with the ManDem United show. Obviously, this show goes live every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. hosted by myself and JV. JV, anything you want to add before we go?
Yeah, on a serious note, stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And it's cold outside, so go get some nice grub and a hot drink and kick back and ready for the weekend, yeah? And go watch Flawless all night, yeah? Make sure you go over to Saeed's channel now, and then you go over to the Don Rants and you watch my guy right here, yeah? Say nothing.
Appreciate that. Peace. Manny, same respect for that, fam. And same to you, Manny. Anything you want to add before we go?
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, but just love having me on. Appreciate. Please sub to my channel. 150 subscribers. I'll drop that video. What am I going to call it? Aaron's football career. Boom. Simple.
There we go.
I'll drop that 150 subscribers, man. So please.
And the JV channel soon come. I know I keep saying it. There we go. Soon come. I'm soon just going to. I want to see how much he's going to be ready to support, man.
Yeah, man. It's going to be called Check This as well, people. That's the name of it. It's going to be called Check This. That's what it's going to be called. Yeah? Check This. That's what it's going to be called. But yes, people, this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.